Anywhere you are watching from right now, I greet you in the name of Chuku Okike. I must say thank you so much for being part of this wonderful program, this wonderful hour time day. Greetings to you all. You're welcome to this program once again. Like I said, today, this evening, before our Prime Minister comes online, I don't know when he will be, probably in next 2 hours or 1 hour. Anytime he happens to come online, we'll hook up or we join from here. It depends how and when he comes online. I think it should be by 7 p.m. Biafran time. But until then, make we see as the matter go be. Uh, 7 p.m. Let me be sure of when the time is saying he is coming online. Let me be sure. Just a moment. Okay, 7 p.m. Biafran time. Okay, that's in 2 hours from now he will be online. So before then, make we quickly rush into maybe just for 1 hour. See today into today's waiting happened today. How the thing happened today. Today so many things don't happen though. So many things happen, but we no go forget our heroes. No matter what you say, no matter how you say it, no matter what you do, no matter how you do we dare to move on. They are the people that carried the whole thing for their head. Gara, 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 boom. Nothing that happened. Nothing has happened. And then them they there till now they fight, they stand, they walk, they do everything to see say we scale through. They did there the fight for us. In case you don't know, when you hear say your ancestors did with you, they did with you. Truly, truly, they fight with you. So without wasting time, make we continue the look. So many things happened. I don't know whether make I begin the analyze video or make we just take a look into the things what happened today. Without wasting too much time, today both those that has been blackmailing this Biafra restoration, I see them today carry microphone, they talk, oh, we will not forget them. I don't know who you want to forget and who you do not want to forget. Is it those you are blackmailing their effort and their blood, the sacrifices they made, who you the talk say you must not forget? Well, without wasting too much time, make we just go into our Prime Minister Twitter account and they see within our Prime Minister don't talk today. Or rather, make we start with this Bruce Merrock. Make we just read small. I for like make we play waiting Professor Shioma talk yesterday because waiting she talk will carry weight. That her broadcast it did too bam yesterday. Maybe we go start from there. But before we go there, make we listen who be this Bruce Merrock. Make we just go small for there. We go flash small waiting day for we go see small waiting that happened today for Biafra land, how it happened today. After we see that, then we go know where would they go from here. So make we just take a look into this article. This is the Bruce Merrock. Make we read. Okay. 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 Bruce Merrock. Bruce Merrock. Oh God. Bruce Merrock on the 6th May. He was on the 6th May 1949. He was born, and on 30th May 1969 he died. What a coincidence! May he was born. May he died. Okay. Lovely is in a far away. Lovely is in a faraway land from us, from US here, New York to be precise, entered within a nondescript grave at the Mount Ararat Cemetery in Suffolk County, New York. His resting place marked by a modest plaque with the inscription Idealist Zealot Student lies Bruce Merrock, a 20-year-old student of Columbia University, who died on 30th May 1969, shortly after setting himself on fire in front of the United Nations building to protest the atrocities that were being unleashed on the people of Biafra nation at the height of the Civil War. He had been carrying a large cardboard sign on which he wrote, "You must stop the genocide. Please save 9 million Biafrans." At the bottom of the sign, a quote read, "Peace is where there is an absence of fear of any kind." Here is very important. He was protesting. You see, when you see that people are protesting today, nobody's listening to them. Mazenan Dekalo protested, did everything, everybody ignored him. You will be able to know why. Why is simply because before the beginning they have ignored us protesting, but we know the best way to protest. That is what we are doing right now, and that is why the attention is being caught already. The attention is being caught already. Now listen again. He had been carrying a large cardboard sign on which he wrote, "You must stop the genocide. Please save 9 million Biafrans." At the bottom of the sign, quotation read, "Peace is where there is an absence of fear of any kind." But in Biafra land, ever since then till today, we are still experiencing the fear. Bruce Merrock came from a very wealthy family, having descended from the fortunate. He was a young man with a promising and wealth-assured future ahead of him. His family stated that he had worked actively to protest the war in Biafra, written letters about the war to the US president and others leading government in figures. He has been writing petitions against the war within the 3 years. In utter frustration and the desolation that no one appeared to be listening, he decided to throw the attention of the world to the Biafran plight. The only way he felt he could do so was by sacrificing his own life. Someone once said that, excuse me, someone once said that some prices are so high that they can only be paid in blood. Our brother blessed Bruce continue to rest in peace. May the good Lord shine his light perpetual upon you. You sacrificed your life for an imperiled people, thousands of miles away from you, whom you had never met. The people of the land of the rising sun remain eternally indebted to you. We shall never forget you, beloved friend. To onye Igbo ọbụna, every Igbo man and every Biafra man, person, this concerns you. A high percentage of your youth today are sadly unaware of this fact, but are ever keen to disseminate trivialities that are of no fundamental value. Please share, light a candle or whisper a prayer for this brother who paid the ultimate price for us all. On this day in 1969, 30th May 1969, we shall never forget. Happy anniversary, my fatherland Biafra, and the land of the rising sun. May your grace and power continue to speak for us, O Lord, even as we celebrate today. He say, that is the Bruce Merrick who died for us. You see, when you hear that somebody died for you, this is the typical the typical example of when somebody died for you. Bruce Merrick died for us, Biafrans. Imagine American citizen, American nationality, American personnel, American the passport where all of you with the America, where one go America, they go fight, make get, in get them, in get money, in come from a wealthy family, in keep all of them aside, can't die for me. Even before they born me, he died for me. Jesus died for me. What is the difference? Is it not the same love? Just for you to get your salvation, this young man died for you. The same way Jesus Christ died for you. He gave his life that Biafra might live. Probably, who knows why we were not wiped away then? Probably because he died. Probably God saw his blood crying for vengeance. God saw the blood. Oh my goodness. And today we are alive to witness today. And you don't want to fight for the freedom. You are not supporting the freedom. You are supporting the betrayal of the wicked people against us. And you think, say, it will work. It will never work. We will overcome. But we will always remember them. All of them that have died for this cause, we will always remember them. I want you to remember that no matter how you did do whatever you did do, remember, there is God. Oh, now our ex-president wife Tokam, there is God. Oh, so when you think that you are smart, you got smart everything. Remember, there is God that you cannot and you can never outsmart. Remember, there is God. Make we listen to this. Make we go here. Make we go our PM platform. See waiting they there today. Make we listen to and see the things where they there today, where happened today. Many things happened today. Many things happened today. And we no go stop. They tell you that in Biafra land, there will be no sit at home. Peter Mba said there will never be sit at home. But today, make we see there are very brutal ones. Very brutal ones. But we no go watch those ones. Make we just watch some ones way good for we to watch. The brutal ones, if you want to see them, go to the YouTube. You go see them there for YouTube. Yes. So make we listen to these ones. We are now live in direct in our Prime Minister's platform handle for Twitter. So let's go.
We have a song to render. We want to dedicate to our great leader Nnamdi Kanu and our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. We want to render this song because of our victory on our voting today. So we want to say render this song to the glory of Chukwokike Abiyama.
Yes.
1, 2, go. Biafra is a promised land. Simon Ekpa has conquered Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu has taken his place among the great leaders of the world. Biafra is a promised land. Nnamdi Kanu has defeated Nigeria. Simon Ekpa has taken his place among the great leaders of the world. Biafra is a promised land. Africa is a great continent. Biafra marching on to take her place among other nations of the world. All hail Biafra! Biafra, we hail you! Biafra, we hail thee! All hail Biafra!
That is one. And now we go into the main day, and we will listen to some things. Yeah, go. We go listen to some other things as they be today. Before our Prime Minister will come on, we go try cover as many or as little we can cover. Biafra is here. Whether you agree, whether you don't like it, it will not make any difference. Whether you hate the truth, whether you like the truth remains that Biafra is here, and it's no longer the time somebody can stop Biafra. It's no longer somebody will just sit down somewhere and use light to deceive other people. We can see everything the way it is happening. We are seeing everything that is happening. It's no longer the time lies prevail. We are now taking over our own land. Everything dey our own hand. With our own hand, we dey take everything as e be. We no go let anybody deceive us again. We have been deceived before, abi, and we no go let am happen ever again. If that one na mistake, it don't happen. Today, when you look, you go see so many things where they happen so many places. I no wan go there analyze some videos today, because if I begin, I go vex. Make we just take am so. I see some people today where they talk say they want Biafra, make they allow sit at home today wey be 30th. I dey ask, who give you mouth to talk the day they go allow Biafra sit at home and the day they don't go allow Biafra sit at home? You don't believe in Biafra, you believe in Nigeria. No problem, nobody is battling or fighting you. Gamma idea your Nigeria, no problem. Leave us to battle for our freedom. We go overcome. We will overcome. This day will be 30th May has been there even before they kidnapped Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Biafrans have been observing it. Our people have been observing it. So why now? Why must somebody wake up from nowhere now to come and start fighting against this day? Why? Governor Enugu State wake up and say, it's a crime to observe the sit at home today. This. I want to make you know, say, for Enugu today, people no come out. No place we no observe today. If everybody carry out for mind, they carry the cross, come out today, can't do the voting. Can't they do voting? Since even today, they can't do the more voting. So waiting you think we go make anybody no one sit at home. Those days where they go tell you, say, they force people to sit at home against their will. Those days don't go. Those days don't pass. Nobody today will come out to testify that he has been forced to sit at home. Everybody, they sit at home because they want freedom. We are not sitting at home now. Listen, it's true that we are sitting at home to observe we call them saying Mazen Nnamdi Kanu Day. But the truth be say, we are sitting at home because we want freedom. Finish. because we want freedom. That is why you dey sit at home. That is why me, I dey sit at home. That is why we all together dey sit at home. So many people wey no understand why we dey sit at home, make dem understand that we dey sit at home not because of any other thing, but because we want our freedom. We don't want to live in a place where you know dey sure say you go out, you go come back. Where you go, the way you know go dey sure whether you go leave, whether you go wake up if you go to bed, whether before you wake up from bed, somebody, your head go disappear from your body. We don't want to live in that state again. We want to be free. And when you hear freedom, we mean total freedom.
I am Onyeka Michael. I am in New Shamahim International School. I'm here to say that I am angry of staying in Nigeria. Oh, yes. We are angry to stay in Nigeria because Nigeria is not our own country. Yahweh bless us with milk and honey with oil. We are tired to stay in zoo because Yahweh did not keep us in this condition the time was in our past olden days. Let me tell all these things to you because when Biafra will come, some of you will come and be helping us and be begging us for help and let us help you. Let me say this thing to you. Everybody remember that Biafra will soon come. Nnamdi Kanu told that when you go to US, that he's coming back with Biafra. Let me warn you for the last time. All of you to remember that Biafra is coming. Biafra is coming. Biafra is coming. Biafra is coming. I will still repeat it again. We want to sing a song. Show me the way to go to Biafra. Show me the way to go to Biafra. I am tired to be in school. I am tired to be in Nigeria. I am tired. Show me the way to go to Biafra. Show me the way to go to Biafra. I am tired to be in the zoo. I am tired to be in Nigeria. Abuli, Ojukubawa, Arawa, Ebadawa, Ogirobia, Lebadiwa, Edegawa, Lebadi, Abuli, Ojukubawa, Arawa, Ebadawa, Ogirobia, Lebadiwa, Edegawa, Lebadi. And you know what to say? We to agree on Biafra. One house. One house. One house. IBOB. One family. IBOB. One family. IBOB. One family. We remain one house and we shall remain one house forever and ever till we get to our home. He said, Abu.
We have a song to render.
In Abia State, you can see everywhere is empty. The second day of the sit-at-home declared by Biafra Republic government in exile is doing wonderful. This is too much effective on every side. The roads are free, never like before. Look at the road. This is Global News reporting from Abia State. Ndari, platform of BWC, Biafra of Conscience, and
100% compliance. This is in Soka. Soka is in our land on 30th of May 2024. Remembrance Day. We remember our heroes, fallen heroes today. Today's date is 30th of May 2024. This is Alu Delen Soka. Today's date is 30th of May 2024. Biafrans are sitting at home.
That's me. 2024.
100%
This is 30th May 2024. You can see Abakpa market is under lock and key. Yeah.
Do you see it? Apapanike na for where it dey for Enugu. Now, when people go they lie, make we they understand, say they lie for us. That governor of Enugu State, remember the time people sat at home, they went, they shoot them. Today for Abia or Aba or Imo or Anambra, I see army breaking people's homes, forcing them to come out and they sit at home. Maybe we go serve our prime minister this thing as well. Maybe we shake. Okay, this is your nation.
Remembrance Day.
This one, another one of a Biafran. No be say he no day for Biafra. He just they do his own thing. But make we hear waiting in talk today. Let's hear.
30th of May. Remembrance Day of our foreign heroes. As a Biafran Day. When you go to Rome, you behave like a Rome. All this side of pattern of this Eastern Igbo. Say na fa bonde Biafran. Si welon ka malofa. E water go so if ya nyefa flower fa gina fe kwesiri na akọ na ike ihe ndị a na-eme tata. So ị na efu na enwero movement. Ebe nọ tata bụ head bridge. The head bridge ebe na eke esidi. Efu na enwero movement. So all I can say no. Oya ihe na oya bụ Ojukwu. Ikemba Nnewi. Oh ya bụ Ojukwu. Ebi ala ikwunyere ya. Maka ọ bụ na ikwunyere ole egbo opu. Ono kata ọ na-abụ ono kata aka adịrị ya mma. Ọkụ ya rararararara. So ebe anyị nọ tata bụ na head bridge nke m na-eju oyi. Ma ọzọ mma na-enye unu update. Ghọtago ahụ ebe ọsọ ọrụ kata ya. Tata bụ 30th of May. Taa bụ Remembrance Day.
Okay. Open it and pack it properly. We'll load your rifles. If you have any trouble, you pick your man, you move, you dash down, you pick your man, you move. No wasting of ammo.
What you are seeing now is a clip from what happened during the Biafran Nigerian, I say it's a genocide. They said over 6 million children and women were murdered in their cold blood. So let's just listen to this. Remember, it's our Heroes Day.
Oh, nothing. We haven't got it, but we are going to get this war to the end. Is that all right? Yes. Now, make sure that each time you are moving, that you are moving in the right direction. Don't bunch together. Savior. Holy, 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 another Savior. Another Savior. Holy, 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 another Savior. Holy, 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 holy.
The first massacre of Igbos in the north, we could, in that report, it was stated that the first girl was 50,000. Then, later in the same year.
Did you hear what he said? The first massacre of Igbo. I'm rewinding it. Listen again.
First girl was 50,000.
Did you hear that?
Then
50,000. 50,000. Listen again.
The first massacre of Igbos in the north, we could, In that report, it was stated that the first girl was 50,000. The first massacre of Igbos in the north, we could. In that report, it was stated that the first girl was 50,000. North. We could. In that report, it was stated that the first girl was 50,000. In the north, we could. In that report, it was stated that the first girl was 50,000.
The opening ceremony of massacring of our people, the first opening ceremony, 50,000 men, women, children. First, when I tell you that many day where you never hear of, you know they agree. Tell me why somebody will not want to fight for his freedom. When this thing, 1920 what they call, till today it is still happening. Till now it is still happening. Not that had it been this thing is something that happened long ago and you are now coming to remember it would have been a different thing. But this is that this thing happened before most of, I don't know how many people are alive that were born in 1920s or 1915 that are still alive now. Before we were all born, this has been happening. Our parents, our ancestors have been experiencing it, and we were born, our fathers, our grandfathers, we are born into experiencing the sentence, sacrificing, paying the price. And today we are still here paying the price. And you want me to continue paying this price without demanding a stop to it. And we have made this demand. There is no other way to stop it, to put an end to this, other than free yourself. Other than free yourself.
Then, later in the same year, the universal massacre that took place across the whole of Nigeria, including the north and parts of the west. We're talking in terms of 700,000 killed.
Are you getting this message? 700,000. Thereabout. Maybe it's more. Maybe it's double. Because you don't have data. It's not even like today you can count, this person will count the ones in Ibadan, this one will count the ones in Imo, the other one will count the ones in Kaduna and call you on the phone or put it in Instagram or TikTok so you will see. No, it's not like that. So it's the one they were able to count.
So if it's figures we're looking into, certainly they were very heavy. What was the aim of that? And it was very simple, and the language might make people shudder or remember. It was to impose the final solution to the Igbo problem in Nigeria. That is, when there are no more Igbos in Nigeria, then there will be no problem. I think if one thinks back sometime, you will know.
I believe we heard it. The problem is that Igbos are the problem of Nigeria. So you have to remove everything Igbo. Until you remove them, there will be problem. The problem remains. And now, the same people that are problem want to help you to remove themselves. You say no. What a word.
Who use that term, referring to who? The mere fact that you were an Easterner in those days labeled you fit only for one thing, death, and death at the hands of the Nigerian authorities. The Igbos and their associates were killed in practically every village in northern Nigeria. They were killed in many places in western Nigeria. They were in Lagos, even on Kata Bridge, the very center of Lagos. People were looked at and thought, oh, this looked an Igbo, and killed. The very first army officer killed in Lagos, actually, during that time was from Calabar, was killed on the bridge, and so on. Igbos were being hunted out and killed. The Igbos that remained in Lagos after the war began were herded together and detained without any trial or anything, no question of any legal rights. Till today, property of Igbos are still sequestered in various areas of Nigeria, and they have not been released, not all of them, to the Igbos, the original owners.
That one are just small of it. All the things we our people don't go through, don't see, don't pass through, reach now. All of them. All of them. All of them. I would like people listen to what Professor Shioma said yesterday, because that her I don't know, I'm in love for it. Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Card and Referendum group, thank you so much for organizing this event. We start by saluting our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is unjustly incarcerated in solitary confinement for doing nothing. We know he is with us in the spirit. We salute you, sir. We salute you, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, His Excellency, Mazi Simon Ekpa. If not for you, the zoo, officially known as Nigeria, will not be crying today. We may not even have the voice to say anything. If you look around, sir, you will see that the dignity of Biafrans have returned. You will notice that Biafrans are proud to speak up. You did that. We salute you. And we salute the cabinet of the Biafra government in exile. Those that are here in the Zoom, those that are watching because they are doing one thing or the other. In most countries, it is still noon, and some places it's morning. We thank all of you for all that you've been doing. To fellow citizens, especially those who are in Biafra land, it is night. We know you are there without power. Maybe you won't even see this because you do not have electricity. something that is common to everyone. We thank you for your doggedness. We thank you for all that you're doing. We thank you for the sacrifices. There is a bright light at the end of the tunnel. And guess what? We are almost there. So we say, hang in there. We know why we are here today. We know that following the widespread massacre of Biafrans by Nigeria government, especially in '66, our eternal leader, Colonel Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu, declared Biafra independence from Nigeria. From there, Nigeria invaded our territory. They've been occupying our territory since then. We defeated Nigeria militarily, and we salute our fallen heroes, and we salute the current Biafra military, because we continue to defeat Nigeria militarily. During that genocidal war against Biafra, which Britain supported, they used starvation as a weapon of war, and many of our people perished. So we are here to remember. We have activities today, tomorrow, and next tomorrow. As we are sitting at home and voting, we are also educating ourselves so that at the end of the day, we must have learned why we are sitting at home. We must have learned why we will continue to vote in the ongoing Biafra self-referendum. So thank you, everybody. We have a packed day. We have presentations, and we have messages from Biafrans, from all nooks and crannies of Biafra. You will hear them. At the end of the day, we have to post them to our people. So please sit back and watch. At the end of the day, if you have questions, we are happy to entertain questions. And thank you very much. Sit back and watch. Can you see the slide? Please let me know.
Yes.
Thank you. All right. Again, welcome to this Biafra self-referendum voting seminar. And we have messages from Homeland in our...
Before we continue with this video, I will quickly like us to see some things that has been happening. Probably we are not aware. We've forgotten probably. Many of us don't know anything about OD. Many of us don't know anything about Zakebiam. Why OD? Why Zakebiam? Why data? What is the recent last one? Why Izombe? And why not a Hamofo? What is this data state? Oh, the data state that happened. Ewu, Okwama community. Why there? Where the Nigerian military has gone and leveled the land. Asaba is not just out of the context, but the words we don't remember. I am bringing you what happened in Odi. Right now, we go look into Odi. Like I tell you today, I just want make we reflect on what don't happen to our people, where our people go. Make we start with this. Hold on, just a moment, because many of us don't really remember. This is Odi. In 1999, this happened.
As dawn break in Odi community of Biafra State on the 28th of November 1999.
No, this is not the one I want. Sorry. Sorry about it. No verse for me, huh? Zakibium. Okay, I think this one will do.
In this edition of Back in History, we bring to you the story of the destruction of an oil-bearing community in Biafra State of Nigeria.
What really happened? Who ordered the attacks? In this edition of History Media, we bring to your view the story of Udi invasion in 1999. Please stay tuned. Welcome to History Media. Is located about 43 kilometers north of Yenegua in Biafra State. In a manner only fit for external aggression, the town witnessed ferocious attack.
Now, this OD attack, many people from Bayelsa don't even know about it till today. Many people has forgotten it and went on. Many people from Asawana, they don't want to talk about it again. Now, old story. Now be our problem. Now, this thing now be our problem. If we they remember what happened to us yesterday, when we want misbehave today, we go quickly remember. We go quickly remember that we are going astray. How you can vote? I'm going to give you a link now. You go there and do your voting. Hold on. Let me bring up the link. Link to vote. Hold on. I'm coming. Just a moment. Let me bring the voting link. Oh, okay. Okay. Paste. I just posted the link. Who is it? Please, okay. Shinedo Kafo. That's the link. Follow it. A very simple thing. Go there and vote. So, like I've been tell you, in OD, so many people were massacred. We don't forget them. And there's another one called Zakebium. All these things now for Biafra land. Ndewo, Ugochi, Ugoezi Debbie, D-boy, Ugoezi Ugoezi D-boy. So, if we they remember what they happened to our people, where our till now when me and you they talk, so many Biafrans disappear. We don't even know where they and we no care and we know they ask. We no send. No be our after all, no be my brother. Now be our problem. Today in data, many people are being forced to go into IDP camp. Maybe we'll continue with this our Professor Chioma speech first. I beg.
Local dialects. The reason we are doing this, one, to tell Nigeria that Biafra is not just that dot that their dead president thought we are. To tell Nigeria that the United States of Biafra is indeed united in the patriotism of our nation. No matter what that is happening, once it is Biafra first and nothing else. To tell Nigeria that Biafrans from every corner are voting and they want to be free. So, my fellow citizens, one thing we must know is that when a government decides to persecute the citizens must resist. That is what we are doing. That is not a crime. So the Biafra Security Administration under the Biafra Republic government in exile is organizing this event. These are the different ways that you can reach out to us. If you have any problems, reach out to us and we will respond to you. So some people, especially Nigerians that are watching or may watch later on, may be wondering, why are Biafrans sitting at home from May 29th today to Friday, May 31st? First of all, we tell them that we are sitting at home to honor our fallen heroes and heroines who died in defense of Biafra and who continue to die in the hands of the Nigerian government. We are all aware that the genocidal war waged against Biafra by the British and Nigeria government in 1967 that ended in 1970 is an unjust war. A war that is meant to wipe off an entire ethnic group. In independent countries, like where most of you live, like where I live, the government and the citizens do honor their heroes. They do honor their fallen. And they do this either by visiting the cemeteries, setting up memorials, placing flags, or wreaths on their grave sites. All these we cannot do now because Biafra is still occupied by the terrorist Nigeria government, but not for long. So the best way to honor our fallen is to achieve that goal which they were killed for. That is Biafra independence. One of the means that Bigins is using to achieve Biafra independence is the ongoing Biafra self-referendum. So we must sit at home, we must cast our votes, we must help others to vote. Our fallen heroes and heroines deserve Biafra. We are doing that by sitting at home voting for a referendum. So Biafrans, be strengthened by the courage of our fallen. They fought, they won. Be heartened by the valor of our fallen. And let us bear their memories. We must continue to stand for the ideals for which they lived and died, and for which the current military is fighting for. We must restore Biafra. We must sit at home, we must cast our votes, and we must help others to vote. That help can come in form of answering phone calls. We see our media team taking calls while online, helping people. Many people that are within this BSMA event group, they are voting people massively. We can provide data for people that want to vote electronically. Even disseminating that information is helping people to vote. We must all do this to restore Biafra. While we remember our own, let us also remember our hero from another mother. His name is Baruch Merock. It was 55 years ago today, when he was 20 years old, that he lit himself up in front of the UN to protest the British Nigeria genocide against Biafra. The fire service came, he was taken to the hospital, but you can see that he stands no chance. As they were coming to take him, he was running away from them. Bruce died 9 hours later on May 30th, 1969. Bruce is resting at Mount Ararat Cemetery, Section 75, Range A, grave number 32. Last May, my husband and I went to pay respect to Bruce, and we took this photo. He lays beside his mother, his father, and in the Merock gravesite. That is the headstone for the Merock family. Bruce was 20 years old. We honor you, brother. So, Biafrans, let's have your ears. If this Caucasian by name Bruce went to this land to fight for us 55 years ago, why can't we fight for ourselves? For those Biafrans that will go on space and speak English and bend over backwards to find reasons for not getting up and pretend that they can't even see what is happening in their homeland and pretend that they don't even know what is happening. Is there anything wrong with such people?
I thank God.
Just a question.
I thank God.
But then, one morning I woke up. I saw this man. They call him Kenneth Okonkwo. Some of you may know him as Andy. That actor living in bondage. It seems Kenneth is still living in bondage. Because Kenneth seems not to know what is happening around him. Or he is willfully pretending that it's not happening. Either way, ignorance or not, is abominable. So Kenneth said, and I'm paraphrasing, why would he leave this huge Nigeria for a small Biafra? That if he does that, it may seem as Kenneth isn't competitive. I heard that. I said, oh my goodness, that these people have sold everything. They've sold our natural resources. They bring in Fulani to our land. They kill people on the ground. And now they want to take away our integrity, which will affect every Biafran. My people, we have to say, God forbid. Kenneth and his likes, I call them the white-collar criminals. You cannot sell our integrity. Biafrans, we must tell Kenneth that our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is in solitary confinement for almost 3 years now, can compete. He is only there because he has refused to take peanuts. He has refused to subjugate himself, as Kenneth did and continues to do. Tell Kenneth that our Prime Minister, who resides in Finland, of course, Kenneth is older than the Prime Minister, that he is fighting, that he is competitive, but he wants freedom. Let us send a message to Kenneth and his likes that myself speaking, even as little as I am, boy, I am competitive. Let us tell Kenneth that the entire cabinet of the Biafra Republic government in exile, the men and women of the government, the de facto government, they are all competitive. And they compete with sense. It is that act of competitiveness that is making us not to subjugate ourselves and accept second class in our homeland. Someone should tell Kenneth that this Caucasian boy here, he is indeed from a very affluent family, the Fortunate family. You don't have to be a New Yorker to know this family. Just do www.google.com. Tell Kenneth that Bruce is competitive because he is still fighting. Using him today, it is Bruce fighting. Kenneth should look at these eyes and tell us if he is not a fool, him and his cliques. Tell Kenneth that Biafrans are competitive globally. There's no place you go and you don't see Biafrans driving anything drivable. Economy, academia, politics, medicine, what have you. Kenneth is in Nollywood, politics, a white-collar criminal that siphons what belongs to the people. And he thinks that is being competitive. Tell Kenneth that these warriors, we can see what they have. They were competitive. They defeated Nigeria. and tell Kenneth that they developed the weaponry. Tell Kenneth that the world knows Biafra for our might. And you are never competitive unless you are mighty. Tell Kenneth that our current military, as we speak, are defeating Nigeria. We are competitive. Kenneth is our pointer to all those efulefus. Tell them we are indeed competitive. Tell Kenneth that these children who are innovating, creating, dreaming are all competitive. Mr. Kenneth and all the white-collar criminals in Nigeria, let us tell them that the only reason our people are not blossoming, our people in the homeland, is because of a country called Nigeria and this passport. Please let us send a message to Kenneth and his fellow white-collar criminals, because they may not even know. They may be thinking, wow, this giant of Africa. Someone should tell Kenneth that Nigerian passport ranked amongst the worst globally. Tell Kenneth that it is Nigeria that is keeping even his own village in darkness. Tell Kenneth that in 2024, his village does not have running water, does not have electricity. These are basic human necessities. Kenneth's village doesn't have it. Yet, he thinks that fighting for his freedom is maybe running away. Tell Kenneth that one of the multiple reasons we are living is this, that the country that Kenneth wants to belong to is a country that drops terrorism charges against, guess what? The number 4 terrorist group in the world, Mieti Allah, is internationally known as a terrorist group. Kenneth Okonkwo, a name that sounds like a Biafran name, wants to associate himself with a country that pardons terrorists. But that country incarcerates a freedom fighter. Have you ever had anything like this? It's only possible in Nigeria. Tell Kenneth that he has sold everything and he is allowed to sell his own integrity, but not ours. Let us send a message to him, all the governors, the senators, all the politicians, oh my God, all the traditional rulers that are tainted. Who again? All the Christian leaders that would not open their mouths to speak. Send a message to them. Send a message to even regular Biafrans that will go, oh, not my business, not my business. Send a message to them. Tell them we have to preserve us and we have to preserve our dignity, our integrity. So, Biafrans, let us tell Kenneth Okonkwo and his fellow white-collar criminals that being a servant to Fulani is not being competitive. My people, it is being foolish. We can even stretch it to being wicked. When you are foolish and wicked, the person is doomed. I hope that all these wicked and foolish white-collar criminals would not have descendants that behave like them. Tell them that Biafra military is outcompeting the Zoom military. And guess what? That is why Kenneth is making a fool of himself. The heat is too much. If I borrow from Hillary Clinton, she says, if you cannot stand the heat in the kitchen, you leave. Instead of Kenneth Okonkwo going to cast his vote in secret, if he has not casted, and zipping his trap, he came out and made a fool of himself. He doesn't even know that by him coming out to rant and saying all the nonsense that he said is giving himself out. He is just a point person. From him, the message gets to other people like him. So, Biafrans, we must vote as individuals, or we vote en masse. We've seen them lining up. We do this to tell this man and his likes that we can compete. And when we do, we outcompete the opponent. Your vote gives the government, our government, your government, the power to create enabling environment for your creativity to come to light, for you to flourish, for your nation, Biafra, to flourish. So, Biafrans, we already know that Nigeria does not value our lives. It's a fact. Everyone knows it. Even Biafrans that are one Nigeria proponents, they know. Because they come on space, they complain about it. What do you want to do about it? Would you just complain? We said, hell no. Nigeria sends its military, its police, whatever force that they can use. They use it to kill Biafrans. Even now, it seems guns and bullets, not enough to kill Biafrans because our military has checkmated them and pushed them back. What are they doing? They've resorted to sending us vaccines that we did not approve. Are we gonna just sit and watch? The Biafra government is here to support. As the Nigerian government is supporting the headsmen in destroying your farms, killing you, taking over, the Biafra government is here to support you, but you must do your part. If we look around our homes, what do you see? Any good school? Hospital? Roads? Do you have fire stations? Boy, are your youths walking? Biafrans, do you think that it is okay for parents to even sell their lands, sell all the property they own, even stay hungry to train their children. And when they come out, they are unemployed. I don't think it's okay. The Biafra government, both in exile and in the homeland, don't think it's okay. Because all we see is rot, destitution, desperation, hunger, and death. That's the only thing the Nigerian government sends to Biafrans. But we cannot do like the one Nigerians that would just go out on space and complain. After complaining, they end it with, we got to pray. It's only prayer that will get us out of this. Tell them that it's a lie. Tell them that prayers will not get you out of this. When you pray with no work, it's just as useless. After you pray, you do the work. As you're doing the work, you are praying. Then you will have success. So you must vote in our Biafra self-referendum because, again, your vote gives your government, my government, our government, the power to protect all of us, protect our lives, protect our properties from headsmen and the Nigerian government. It is only the Biafra government that can protect you. So, Biafrans, your government, the Biafra Republic government in exile, brings you great news. What is that news? The independence of Biafra will be redeclared on December 2nd, 2024. So we urge you to continue to vote during these 3 days sit at home. You see fellow Biafrans voting, people in the homeland lining up to vote. We are thankful to our de facto government, all the electoral officers, and our military for getting out the vote. It is not easy. We thank you, Biafrans, for sitting at home, and we thank you for trooping out in your numbers to vote in our self-referendum. Again, it is only this Biafra government that can protect you. Let's shout out to Biafrans in the homeland. You can see them lining up happily. No one is snatching ballot boxes. No one is fighting. They are just happy to go out and vote. Let's keep voting. Kudos to you, Biafrans in the homeland. Biafrans in diaspora, it is a race. It's a race in the sense that the homeland is occupied. Even in the face of that occupation, facing the barrels of Nigeria gun, our brothers and sisters are voting. So if those of you in diaspora would say, oh, I don't know, don't worry, it will get better. We send enough money back home. They dig borehole. If that is what you are thinking, and you are believing that Fulani would one day stop killing and taking over our lands, then you want to leave your descendants in perpetual misery. Now is the time to vote to secure our freedom and better future for our descendants. So why must you vote? Many Biafrans know why they must vote, but some still haven't gotten it, like Kenneth Okonkwo and his fellow white-collar criminals. You know that every country is faced with internal political problems. No country is free of internal problems. And when you have a problem, just take yourself as a country and something is bugging you and you are hearing your neighbor screaming, you're gonna weigh your problem and that of your neighbor. Which one is greater? You must have that room to accommodate your neighbor before you run helping. So these countries will not leave their problems to come and fight for us. We Biafrans must tackle our own problems. Our main problem is that Fulani wants to eliminate everyone, take over the land. And we say no to that. We have to liberate ourselves. Your job, my job, we are all civilians. One way that we can do that is by voting. Your vote is your voice. It is a way of sending a loud and clear message to the world powers. So voting in this self-referendum is your civic responsibilities. And it is no less than whatever job that you're doing. It's gonna take you a few minutes. For Biafrans in diaspora, you have access to the internet. Vote. Just take a leaf from Biafrans in the homeland and vote. Write your name in the annals of Biafra history. You will regret it if you do not vote. If you still need reasons why you must vote, know that if you don't, one day you will not go to school. Those of you that like to blow grammar, you won't have it because already you have Boko Haram in the zoo, who firmly believes that education is abominable. If you don't vote, you are giving them a voice. If you do not vote, you may one day be part of this statistic. We don't want you to be part of it. Vote so that we secure our lives and our land. Our people are now being sent to IDP, Okwama community. They were displaced. Have you ever wondered where they are? Some have died, and the rest in IDP. This is the gift that Nigeria government has gifted to the community. Today, we have Biafrans that will speak to the community in a language that they will understand. This is no longer a time when people are being begged to do that which they are supposed to do. It is only a tree that stands when the farmer comes with a machete to cut it down. A chicken runs, the goat runs. Even if the goat is tethered, as you are approaching, the goat is running. Even when they are about to slaughter, the goat is still struggling for life. Why would Biafrans just stand like trees? Never. Do you need more reasons to vote? Boko Haram, ISWAP, Mietiala, ISIS, even Taliban may be there, who knows? They are running wild. And they are eliminating some foolish Biafrans that are still serving the zoo. They even kill military commanders. But in all these, the Nigerian military, the Nigeria presidency, they do nothing. They rather support them. In fact, if any military officer dares to do anything contrary to supporting, he will either be killed, demoted, transferred, or bullied to silence. The Nigerian military would not go to the communities where Boko Haram is running rampage to destroy the communities. They don't. But in Biafra land, the Nigerian military will stage an ambush as a reason to come attack Biafrans. Biafrans, we need to vote them out. Your vote is your voice.
All right, your vote is your voice. Your vote is your power. Your vote is the reason why you should have another time to live. Your vote is your future. Your vote is your generation. I don't know whether you get them. Anybody by now that is still doubting, that is not interested, that don't want to be interested, that is just looking for reasons to talk down on what we are doing, you better think back, think again. I mean, today, when you take a look today, you see what really what happened today. The thing too many. I will not be able to be showing us here what happened, but I know so many of us have seen them in our WhatsApp groups, in our WhatsApp forum platforms, Twitter. Mostly go to Twitter. You see a lot of them. Go to our Prime Minister's Twitter handle. You will see a lot of them. The same today, I think in Lagos, trailer fell down and they slashed people leg. From Third Mainland Bridge. Beware somewhere in Flyover Bridge. Today, our Prime Minister will be coming up to address us today as well. Yeah, our Prime Minister will be coming to address us today. So let me not waste too much of our time. There are so many things to say, but for time, let us wait. Biafra is our hope. No, not this. Biafra is the only hope of everybody, both me and you. So before we go listen to our leader. We go listen to our leader, will be Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, on this from this clip. You should listen to him.
As long as we come on air every evening, the whole world must listen. As long as we preach this very gospel, Chukwukika Abiyama must be with us. Therefore, without any further hesitation, we must proceed to offer every prayer to Chukwukika Abiyama who resided in heaven. Therefore, as we always commence, not from today, but from of old, our Father who art in heaven, Nanying kebine ligwe, ka hagedin song, that your name may be hallowed by men, that we may bow at the mention of it, that we may offer every glory unto thee, that we may offer you every adoration and adulation, because there is none like thee. You fight our battles for us. Every blessed day you demonstrate through your kindness and your everlasting mercy that you are our Lord, our God, and our Creator. This evening we offer these your children unto thee all over this very planet that you created. They are listening across the entire 24 time zones on this very planet where they inhabit. They are listening to your gospel this very evening, this gospel of redemption, a gospel of hope, a gospel of restoration, a gospel of renewal, this very gospel of freedom, this very gospel of emancipation as only you ordained. That this very gospel must be preached, that mankind may be set free from the eternal damnation of the creation of the British. My goodness me, I want to remain in the spirit, because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have spilled, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, O Lord of hosts, to have mercy upon us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word, which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist? You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoko. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy, because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all this we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. He said, my name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of indigenous people of Biafra all over this very planet, I tell you. I lead indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. So also do I command the armies of Biafra. They are fiercely loyal. They are loyal, I tell you, and doing the work that I expect them to do. I also direct Radio Biafra not through any power which I possess or any extraordinary knowledge, but by your grace, O Lord. By your grace, we honor you and we adore you. I know that some people listening, including the British, may not understand what we are doing. But there is nobody in Britain that answers Nwachukwu, the child of heaven. We do. Therefore, when we worship our Father, people should not try to be jealous. They should not feign ignorance or misunderstanding, because we are ancient people. We have been doing this for over 5,000 years and will continue to do so until the end of time.
Okay, Biafrans, we go call and buy now. Let us wait for our Prime Minister. Any moment from now, he will be on air and we are going to join him. So until then, I will say bye to all of you. And they say, try type you say to that prayer, that wonderful, powerful prayer. If you're watching me from Facebook, try and share the video for me. Thank you. We meet in a few minutes time, because you know, reach an hour, maybe 20-30 minutes time, our Prime Minister will come on air. We're going to